afternoon and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Jeannie D and this is Afternoon Express, and boy do we have an amazing show lined up for you. Today on the show we are celebrating women who are dominating in traditionally male careers. First up we have Andrea Molyneux, who not only co-owns the 2017 Platters Guide Winery of the Year, but she also walked away with Winemaker of the Year, courtesy of Wine Enthusiast, one of the biggest publications in the USA. Then we're joined by Firdaus Asmedin, a woman who is not only a professional fitness competitor, but she rips around the racetrack in her drifting car.
What a show it's going to be on Afternoon Express today. Good afternoon, and my name is Danilo Acquisto. All the excitement doesn't stop there. It's the middle of the week, and we're all stressed to get towards the weekend. But do not stress, because we've got a chance for you to win really big with us on Afternoon Express today. The Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway continues on the show. We've had 2 prizes given away out of 15. That means there are 13 still to go. When you see the little Clicks Advent Calendar logo pop up on screen, all you need to do is take out your phone and give us a call on our number, 083 913 3728. That'll enter you into the chance to win a mystery prize, and then all of our mystery prize winners go into a pot to win themselves a car, courtesy of Afternoon Express and the Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway. So it's going to be super, super exciting on the show today. Make sure you stay tuned for all of those details. Basically, every minute you're going to have to stay glued to your screen, so make sure you see when that logo pops up on screen. And while you've got your phone in your hand, you might as well head over to our social sites. We particularly want to hear from you on Facebook today. Go and comment on all of our statuses, and I might be reading your comments live on air. It's also time for us to get cooking in the kitchen on Afternoon Express today. We never neglect your dinner, but today we're focusing on your dessert as we get to the festive season. Clem, let's do our funny handshake.
Okay, our funny handshake.
Our fun handshake.
Because the nation hasn't seen this. I'm a little embarrassed now. Okay, let's do it. Oh!
That's it, right there. It's going to be so much fun in the kitchen today. We're making one of my favorite things in the world.
What's it called?
A cookie.
Well, actually, the dish we're making, or the
s'more.
A s'more gets pronounced in the weirdest way ever, but it's a s'more. So we're talking about some amazing gifts to be giving someone who's into braaiing. And one amazing thing people don't think about when you can actually braai is marshmallows and s'mores.
It's my favorite thing to do at all. Everyone else wants to have their meat. I'm like, where's the marshies? I'm excited
The marshies.
Yeah, the marshies. Marshies, bro. Marshies on the bra, China. So I'm very excited about that. We're going to be showing you how to make them your very own biscuits to top them off. So it's everything going to be DIY yourself. So enjoy the process as you make them. And all the details will be on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the rest of the show. Over to you, Jeans.
Those s'mores are going to be amazing. And now on to my other favorite topic of discussion, wine. Now, winemaking is traditionally a man's game. And our first guest today is she not only broke the mold, but she succeeded in winning multiple awards for her wines, including 17 5-star ratings from Platters Wine Guide, Winery of the Year for 2014 and 2016. Plus, she was awarded Winemaker of the Year by American magazine Wine Enthusiast. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's so exciting.
Now, I mean, this should be a natural, answer, but how did you become a winemaker? Like, it's not, I don't know if it's every little girl's dream to, well, could have been mine, I suppose, at some point.
Well, until I was 17, I actually wanted to be an astronaut. So I was always very science-oriented. I had a very science mind. But everyone in my family was either an artist or a scientist. And as I was growing up, I kind of realized that wine is really the combination of science and art. I loved food, I loved travel. And so from 17 on, I knew that I wanted to be a winemaker. It was my calling.
I love that you said it's a combination between science and art, because, somebody once told me, if you can cook, it means that you've got to have a little bit of flair in the kitchen to understand flavour, and you don't have to measure anything. But baking is like science, because you've got to get the exact formula right. So explain to me the process almost of winemaking with that little bit of passion thrown in there that combines science and art.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously everything starts in the vineyard. The vineyards are so important, and to have the right grape variety planted in the right area. And then it's the winemaker's job to harness the story that the vineyard and the grapes are trying to tell and put that into a bottle for the consumer. And so there's a lot of personal expression a winemaker can give, or you can make a wine that speaks only of the vineyard and as hands-off as possible.
Yeah. So what do you like doing? I mean, do you throw a lot of yourself in there? Or, I mean, what's your personal process?
It's quite interesting because for the Molyneux brand, which is what we've won all the awards for, I really consider it what's called a terroir-driven wine, which is about the vineyard. But I've been working on a new brand for the last few years, which is going to launch next year, and that's going to be a little bit more of a storytelling and winemaker wine. So I'm going to be using it two different ways for two different brands.
So what is so unique about the wine you make? Why is it good?
It's quite interesting because, you know, textbooks will tell you what to do, teachers will tell you what to do. But I've always said, I love the quote, you know, you can be as safe as a bird in the cage, but the bird in the tree is the one that's singing. So with wine, if you're not afraid to be a little bit more, to push the boundaries a little bit more, you can make a wine that sings. And I think that people hear that song.
I usually sing after a bit of wine. Oh, okay. But you're originally from California. Why the decision to move to South Africa? Was it personal or wine related?
It was wine related. I came for a 6-month internship 13 years ago. So after 6 months, I was in love with the country, the people, the wines, and most of all, the opportunities here. Okay. So I did leave for a few months to do another overseas internship, and I just had to come back. Amazing. And when I came back, I met my husband, and we decided to start the winery in 2007.
Amazing, because your husband is South African as well.
He's South African.
But you didn't meet here, apparently.
We met in France during my next internship.
Oh, amazing.
And because I'd already fallen in love with South Africa, for me, it was very easy to come back and dive a little bit deeper into the country.
Exactly. Now, you work with your husband as well.
Yes.
How do you balance business and pleasure? Oh, I suppose you're in the business of pleasure.
Yeah, so we do as much as possible together, but I do make the wine. And along with Russa Kruger, the fantastic South African viticulturalist, he's in the vineyards with her, and he runs the business. He actually has the really hard part.
Yeah.
I get to be creative and expressive and have fun, but I just can't mess up, of course.
What is the hard part, being what is a viticulturalist?
Oh, I'm sorry, a viticulturalist, when you do viticulture, that's the growing of the vines.
Okay.
And that's what I was talking about earlier with the expression and having the right things planted in the right places. Because they always say you can make bad wine from good grapes, but you can't make good wine from bad grapes. So the grapes come in perfect, and I just harness them through their life.
So what does it mean to you winning these awards now? Because, I mean, it is quite a feat to be recognized.
Yes, for me, it's very exciting because none of them are competitions. They're awards that are more of recognition. So, for example, the Winemaker of the Year award, I mean, that's based on track record. It wasn't based on one wine or 1 year. It was based on my career as a winemaker, and that's why for me it means so much is that you know, people have been following what I've been doing, they've been appreciating what I've been doing, and yeah, that story I'm trying to tell is being understood.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think it's an absolutely huge achievement, and I'm just always so pleased to meet someone who loves wine as much as I do.
Thank you.
We're going to be chatting more with you in a little bit. Over to you, Danilo.
No, it's one of those only conversations you can never whine about on national television, right? So I told you guys, head over to our Facebook page to send through all of your comments about our guests and the show today. And thank you so much to everybody who has been doing so. Obviously, we've got all of the posts you can go and comment on, particularly as we celebrate women doing amazing things. And today we're focusing on interesting careers that women have obviously followed. Refilwe Malakwane says, I really adored when women stand up to themselves and are independent. Melusi says, good afternoon. Y'all are stunning and fabulous. I love the show so much. Sibo Gazi says, rushed out from work just to make it home for 5 p.m. Excited about today's discussion, and so are we. Miss Lesufi says they're doing a great job. Well done to them. As well as one more from Grant Damon says women need to be treated like absolute queens, and we agree. And they are starting to build really well. We are starting to celebrate all the incredible empires that are being built here in South Africa. So can't wait to share more of these stories with you on the show today. Also, don't forget, if you want to enter all of our competitions that we're running on the show, very exciting stuff. The Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway is happening on the show today. We've given away 2 of our mystery prizes so far. There are 13 still to go. Behind one of these different crackers or inside one of them are these mystery prizes. It could be maybe a getaway for 2. It could be a movie date night. You're going to have to stay tuned and wait for that logo to pop up on screen, and then give us a call on that number, 083-913-3728. Don't change that dial.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, live at 5 on SABC3. Now, if you've just joined us, we're on the couch with award-winning winemaker Andrea Molyneux. Welcome back. Now, tell me a bit about your wine farm, I suppose, in your region. Why did you choose the Swartland region in particular? Are there magic vines that grow there or something?
When my husband and I decided to start our own winery from scratch, we didn't come from winemaking families, so we had to start from the ground up. We wanted to go to a region that already had a beautiful amount of established vines, and the Swartland is known for its old vines, its dryland vines. I mean, water conservation is such a big issue right now, and in the Swartland, people treat water as precious as it is, and that's really important to us. And it's the right vines grown in the right area, so we concentrate on Syrah and Chenin Blanc, which are varieties we already love, so we were naturally drawn to the Swartland.
Amazing. Now, of course, here's the Platters Wine Guide. And, I mean, you guys have just been getting stars left, right and centre. I think you've got 17 five-star... 17 5 stars for your wines. And, of course, you're also Winemaker of the Year and Wine Farm of the Year, no?
Yes, we've been Winery of the Year twice in the Platters Guide, which for us, having started in 2007, for us is just fantastic.
What does it mean for you, though, as a winery?
For us, you know, when you start from the beginning, the world of wine, people are mostly very brand oriented. They know all the big names, and to be a small winery, it means a lot to get that kind of recognition, because you start to you're on people's lips, literally sometimes.
Exactly. Now, do you drink your own favourite wines? Like, if you've got to select your own favourites, are they the wines that you make?
The style of wine that I make is my favorite kind of style. So I am drawn to internationally and locally wines that are of similar style.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. I think that you've done exceptionally well. Now, speaking of the Platters Guide by Diners Club, they recently launched their 2017 edition, and we sent Bonnie to go and try some of the award winners for herself.
With the holidays upon us, it is indeed the season to eat, drink, and be merry. We're in the heart of Stellenbosch today to give the Platters by Diners Club 2017 Wine Guide a test run. We're at Stellenrus, the home of the winning white wine, and Hagman Dupré is about to talk us through the vintage. You've just scooped up the prestigious Platters by Diners Club White Wine of the Year award. What does this award mean to the estate?
From a Stellenrus point of view, it's great exposure into the market, the hard work we actually put into the cellar, long hours working from 7 to 12 o'clock at night, and to actually be recognized in the type of wine you make, and people to see, to come and visit the farm, and not only taste our whites but our reds as well, because we're making excellent reds as well.
Let's talk about this winning white wine. Which vintage is it from and what makes it so special?
It's our 51 barrel fermented Chenin Blanc. It's a 2015 vintage. It's made from 51-year-old vines, so the older your vines get, the less you produce, but the quality is better. And no, it's dry land, so no irrigation, so you got a lot of more concentrated fruit coming through the vines. And in the winemaking process, it's natural fermentation, so it's quite a risky business because you don't know really what you're going to get. You can either go very bad or very good. If it goes good, it's very good.
So what are we tasting in this glass of wine, Herman?
There's a lot of tropical fruit coming through on the nose. It's a bit of complexity on the palate. That's the barrel doing its work. And the wood also adds tannins. Lime flavors coming through. A bit of honey with the type of wood we use.
So what tips do you have for wine buyers this festive season?
Try something new. You can go to any wine farm. Don't try the normal. Try a barrel fermented, not just a normal wine. It's December season, it's hot. Try a nice white wine on some ice.
Now, this wine is truly something special, but a great wine can always be enhanced by the perfect dish, and Chef Mordre Viljoen has provided the perfect starter. So, Mordre, I see you're hard at work. What are you whipping up for us?
Today we're doing a deconstructed fruit salad with prosciutto, lime gel and a berry coulis. The natural acidity of Chenin Blanc goes well with the sweet and tanginess of the fruit, and also the prosciutto, it brings a nice balance to the whole meal.
Well, I'd certainly love to stay here all day, but I've got one more place to visit. Our next stop has been voted by Platters by Diners Club Wine Guide 2017 as the Red Wine of the Year. We're so excited to be at this Helderberg estate, the Winery of Good Hope. Let's go meet this award-winning winemaker, Jacques de Klerk. Well, Jacques, congratulations are in order. Now, Red Wine of the Year is a fantastic accolade. Tell us about the name of this wine and what makes it so special.
It's called Radfordale Black Rock 2014. And it is a blend of 5 different varieties, and it's 100% from the Swartland, and really something that reflects our idea of what the terroir is about there.
What sets this wine apart?
We are probably one of the only wineries that work exclusively with dryland farmed bush vines there. We have a couple of techniques which are not as common, and I think we take a holistic view to viticulture and winemaking.
So Platters by Diners Club describes this wine as delightfully drinkable at the highest level. What nuance of flavors creates this experience?
I like to think that it encapsulates the complexity of the fruit we find in the Swartland. It has a lovely, fresh, pure expression of the fruit, and that's sort of overlaid by a very interesting spice component.
So is this your job? You just drink wine all day?
It's good work if you can get it.
You also advocate for social upliftment of your staff. What are some of the programs that you implement?
We make a range of wines together with an educational trust called the Land of Hope. And the beneficiaries are the children of our staff, and it pays for their education. And we've got about 17 kids in the program at the moment, starting at primary school level all the way up through to university.
It is the festive season, and what are your recommendations for wine buyers?
Be adventurous. Buy things that you haven't bought before. Explore. Don't get stuck in a rut. If there's a variety you haven't tried or a new brand or a label that you haven't tried before, buy it and explore.
Now, the only other thing that can complete the perfect wine tasting is a great pairing.
Good afternoon, guys. We got duck and cherry pie for you today. We paired it with a lovely agave syrup and port wine reduction and a creamy cauliflower mash. Fantastic, enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jacques, why do you think this makes such a great pairing?
I think the fruit, the cherry in the dish, really ties in with that warmth of fruit that is so characteristic of Swartland Reds. And also the wildness of the duck, that gamey kind of flavor, ties in very well with the wildness of the wine.
Well, my wine tasting adventure in the Winelands has been amazing, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'll be very busy for the next couple of weeks, and make sure you go out and get your Platters by Diners Club wine guide for 2017.
So now we know why you weren't at work today, Bonnie and Bully. We see you having lots and lots of fun out in the Winelands. So many others on our Facebook page are also shedding so much love for how much they love wine, as well as our guest in the loft today. Let's first cross to Kelly Henry, who says, I'm learning so much about the wine industry and I love her personality so much. Thanks for that comment, Kelly. Adila says, great job, keep up the good work. I'm also a wine lover. At the bottom here, I saw one was really cool from Theodora, who says, you're such an inspiration and I love her personality too. Zeseni says, looking absolutely stunning, and everyone else also talking about how much they love wine. So it's a really cool conversation to be had on our social accounts. We'd love to hear more from you. Find us, Afternoon Express, on Facebook, and send us all your comments on all of our different statuses that are available for you over there. So I've noticed that our advent calendar, our Clicks advent calendar little logo hasn't popped up on screen just yet. That means you cannot call into the show just yet. You're going to have to stay tuned right till the end to find out exactly when that logo pops up. When it does, give us a call and you could crack open one of these crackers. Inside are a whole bunch of really cool mystery prizes. We've already given away some glasses prizes. We've also given away a voucher. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the show. That'll also enter you into the draw to win yourself a car by the end of the competition. So make sure you guys stay tuned to Afternoon Express. When we come back, you want to find out what a music personality traveling the world has to do with a fitness model who has to do with a drifter. You're going to have to stay tuned.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. So lovely to have you with us this afternoon as we're breaking all kinds of stereotypes. And if you love cars, this is one chat not to be missed. Today we're celebrating women who defy the stereotypes and are dominating their chosen fields. Firdaus Asmadim is a woman of many talents. She is a successful singer. She has an honors degree in physiotherapy, imagine psychotherapy, but she also competes in professional fitness competitions. She'd snap me in two pieces without even breaking a sweat, I tell you. And on top of it all, she's a hardcore petrol head and competes in motorsport racing, and she really screeches some tires. Now, if there's any man that you want to speak to about the world of drifting, it's the Grandmaster Reddy D. And I've been inside your cars before, and this is why I'm standing on the outside this time. Most people think that from watching Tokyo Drift that is exactly where drifting started. What are your thoughts on the origins of drifting?
The origin of drifting, it's kind of debatable at the moment, you know, because in certain disciplines, certain people will say, yeah, it started in NASCAR, it started in stock cars, it started in rallying and so forth. But if we look at drifting in the conventional sense, though, it's a sport that was originated, if you want to call it, on the streets of Japan. It evolved, it hit us. We kind of have our version of drifting in Cape Town, specifically known as Papa Wheelie. From Papa Wheelie, it evolved into spinning. So I would say it's drifting's cousin, or older cousin, or uncle, or whatever you want to call it. So now we've embraced drifting on the exhibition level, on a stunt level, as well as the competition level as well.
Today I'm getting the chance to meet one of the most incredible women internationally who's renowned for drifting. How has the sport grown in terms of female drivers?
Females are really starting to make waves in the scene at the moment. In Cape Town, there's 3 big names that will stand up. That's Akila Sassman, Malika Daniels, and of course Fidos Asmodine as well. There's quite a lot of females up in the spinning scene. Up in Joburg, they got a lady called Claire Vale. So you can see, you know, the ladies are starting to move up in the ranks at the moment.
Oh my word, that day was one of the scariest days I've ever had in my life, but boy oh boy, did you teach me so much about drifting. Welcome to our loft.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry we don't have like a racing seat for you there. It's just a couch.
It's fine.
It's probably not as comfortable.
It's comfortable. Thank you.
For those, how did you get involved in this whole world of race car driving, drifting, and all that stuff? Because, I mean, you were traveling the world as a singer. You know, where did you get to this point?
Well, the first time I actually got to know about the sport was when I watched the movie Fast and Furious. And when I saw it, I knew it was something that I needed to do. Myself, my husband, Reddy D, and his wife actually got together, and we decided to actually give this a go. We got this massive parking lot space. We got ourselves a rear-wheel drive, and we practiced every Sunday. And it basically grew from there. We started with doing donuts, which progressed into drifting, which progressed into fast-track drifting now. So that's where it started.
You did it so flawlessly. I was getting so nervous inside that car, but you're in so much of control when you're in that driver's seat. So it's really exciting to see you do that. I mean, you shifted this into being one of the best female drifters in the country. And I mean, even across the globe, it's really cool to see you competing with the best of the best. Let's talk about the career side of it all. How does one make money from becoming a drifter?
Well, in South Africa, sadly enough, the sport of drifting is not that big yet. Internationally, yes, the sport is quite big. So for the local drifters, the South African drifters, you can only make good money when you go overseas. So the sport is still growing. It's still new in South Africa. So at the moment, the career side is not that massive in South Africa.
Well, then give us an insight into that, because I mean, there are a lot of kids out there who I've had conversations with are huge petrol heads who want to find careers that are safe for them. And I mean, parents must be going, oh no, please don't tell my son to go and do donuts around the parking lot and call it his career. But how does one build that into something like a career? Like you said, sponsorships are a big route to go about doing that. But you mean, like, how do you get involved in the career? So how do you start to make it a profession?
Well, basically, what we're trying to do is to promote motorsport in a safe environment. So that's where it starts. You know, the guys nowadays, they take it on the street and that's not safe. So first thing that we promote is safety on the street and practicing the sport in a safe environment. And hopefully in future, the sport is going to grow and the guys locally will be able to make some good money as well.
Okay, so the first step is to probably buy a vehicle, I'm sure, as you go.
Yes,
they're obviously specially modified. You can't just take any vehicle and expect it to drift. You will mess up everything inside those vehicles. How much does it cost to buy like a starter vehicle?
A starter vehicle would probably cost very basic, around about 50,000. Then it gets very technical. It depends on how technical you want the car to be and how good you want the car to be. You can go up to maybe 1.5 million. So the guys spend quite a lot of money. It is, you know, it's a sport that requires quite a lot of money, not just to set up, but to maintain as well. So,
speaking of, I mean, you guys change tyres quite a lot. How many times during, like, for instance, one lap or one session do you change your tyres?
Well, you've seen Kilani, and maybe 3 laps. If you're driving the car really hard, you need to change your tyres. So probably about 3 laps and then
The back tires are gone, shredded.
And then they're done.
They're done.
I got that experience because imagine those tires are just skidding onto tar, ripping them to shreds as they go. And you took me for a lesson previously inside one of your vehicles, and when we got off from you driving the vehicle, it was shredded right to the metal underneath. So I can imagine it being quite an expensive sport, but maybe not so hard to try out. Let's see what happened when I took the driver's seat.
So Big Mouth, you think you have what it takes? You get into this driver's seat.
Okay. Was it me? Wasn't it me? I guess you guys will have to just stay in suspense for the rest of the afternoon. It was such a cool experience, honestly, because, like I said, you were not only making the car do things that it shouldn't necessarily do, but you were also doing it with so much control, and I think I learned a lot from that, and you taught me so much about the safety of the track. But let's move away from your racing career and more towards something slightly more racy, which is your fitness career. I mean, you're about to go overseas to go represent the country. Tell us more about that journey.
Well, my fitness journey actually started last year. I did a body makeover challenge where I went from 24% body fat to 10%, and that was 12 weeks. And my coach at the time actually told me, why don't you enter? And initially I didn't want to put myself on a stage, but I thought, let me just give it a go. So I entered my first competition. That is actually the body makeover challenge that I did. My first stage competition was August last year, Western Province. Where I wanted to enter the entry-level beach bikini. And at registration, they actually told me I'm too hard for the entry-level. So I over-prepped. So that's where it started. My very, very first stage competition was August last year.
And now you're going to be competing internationally, which is really exciting. Tell us more.
Yes. I'm still shocked when I speak about it, because I still feel like I'm a newbie in the industry. But currently, I am the South African champ in fitness bikini.
You go, girl!
Yeah. That's actually my T-walk over there. Yeah, and that was in September when I became the South African champ. So now I'm going overseas in December, representing the country, which for me it's major.
Sure. It is. It's huge for you. And I mean, it's huge because it takes a lot of prep from your side too. Personally, there's a lot of strain on you. And being a woman of so many different talents, you can sing, you can race, and now you can also look after your fitness too in such incredible ways. What would you say is the one driving force behind, excuse the pun, the driving force behind what you do?
I think it's discipline. It's going after what you really want in life and just believing in yourself. I think a lot of women, they have this fear, and we put hurdles in our way. But if you can just put that fear aside, you know, women will be surprised to know what they can actually accomplish and achieve. So, yeah, I think it's discipline, hard work, dedication, believing in yourself, and just going for what you want.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And speaking of the sort of role of women in those sort of spaces, you're breaking a lot of those stereotypes in the work that you do. I mean, women in racing, women in fitness, women in all these things. It's really exciting to see you do that. Would you like to see, obviously, more women breaking those boundaries? And what do you think it'll take?
Of course, definitely. I am all for women power. And like I said, I think women just need to overcome that fear. Once you can overcome that fear, you'll be able to accomplish anything. So I would encourage women to go after what you want in life and don't put hurdles in your way.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there are hurdles in your way, make sure you jump as high as you can,
jump.
get over them, kick them down,
There we go.
do whatever you need to do to make sure
100%.
that process grows. So first off, congratulations on going to represent our country overseas. We're really excited to see how well you do in the fitness spaces.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, you'll be amazing. And send us all the photos, send us all the feedback as you go, and hopefully we'll see you back on the racetrack very, very soon. Okay.
Definitely.
Wow, we certainly do have absolutely inspiring women on the show today. So our Clicks Advent Calendar logo popped up on screen, and one of you saw it. All of that after this.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. So we're running a really cool competition on Afternoon Express called the Clicks Advent Calendar Giveaway. Before the ad break, we popped up the logo on screen and the phones are being absolutely crazy. We'll wait to find out exactly who our winner is for today. We'll chat to them live on air and give away a mystery prize and also enter them into the grand prize competition to win a car worth, well, a car on Afternoon Express. So make sure you guys keep calling through. Perhaps we could be giving you a call right now on Afternoon Express. So, We focused on our ladies today so far, but gentlemen, here's a piece of valuable fashion advice for you. Never underestimate the power of a well-chosen accessory to complete your look. In today's Top 5 at 5, the threaded man himself, stylist and fashion blogger Siabeyile, reveals his top choice of 5 easily worn accessories that will revitalize your party look this season. Take a look.
Hello guys, I'm Siabeyile. Welcome to the latest edition of Top 5 at 5. Today we are talking about the top 5 items to transform your party look. And we all know that summer is about the parties, on yachts, by the beach, or rooftops across the city. And it's very important that you've got the 5 basic items that can transform your look for the perfect party. I always talk about details. I believe that details are very important. And of course, my ultimate go-to detail, the canvas watch. It gives a nice pop of color, and of course its face is not too busy. When it comes to summer, you really gotta play around with your look. Play around with some texture, play around with some color, and one of the ways to do that is by having the bow tie. Yes, it's a bit traditional, but I'm sure it will pop out and create a very good impression at the party. And of course, what is a summer outfit without the perfect shoe? One of the key shoes this season is, of course, the white sneaker. Not only is it comfortable, but I'm sure it will be easy for you to dance the night away in. When it comes to your party look, you also want to add a bit of surprise. Nothing is more swaggy than adding the Chobie hat. Not only will you stand out, but this hat says you're ready to party. And finally, to add a pop of color, especially for those office parties, the handkerchief. What I love about this season's handkerchiefs is that it's not the old boring ones with one color. This pocket square has 4 different patterns on it, which can give some nice versatility and a talking point for your outfit. And now, I'm definitely ready to party.
Oh man, some really cool accessories to funk up your party season this coming festive season. We cannot wait to see what you guys are going to be looking like. Take lots of photos, post them on all of our accounts. We'd love to hear from you. So we've got our caller on the line with us today. We're so excited to give away a mystery prize. Who do I have on the line?
You have Tisetso Ramuta.
Say that again, your first name?
It's Tisetso, T-I-S-E-T-S-O, Tisetso.
Okay, Pitetso, welcome to Afternoon Express. Good to have you with us on the show today. So, listen, what we've got on our different board of here is a whole bunch of crackers. We've got 2 of them already gone. Number 3 and number 9 have gone. Which lucky number are you going to choose?
All right, so I'm going for lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7, all right? I feel like Oprah. You win a prize and you win a prize. Let me have my moment, please. Jeannie, would you come and join me to pull the cracker?
With pleasure.
What has she won?
1, 2, 3.
All right, what do I have?
Let me see. Okay, you
Okay,
can.
I'll check this one, Jeannie, this time. You have won your...
A Tony and Guy product hamper to the value of 3,000 Rand, including Tony and Guy Style Fixer, Curler, Style Fixer, Waver, Style Fixer, Straightener, and more.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
That also means you entered into our grand prize competition. You can win a car on Afternoon Express. So I must ask you, how would a car change your life?
It will actually change my life tremendously so because I travel a lot from one gig to the other, so I think it will help me so much.
Also think it'll do quite good for your style, rolling down those windows, letting the wind blow through your hair. The boys will come flocking.
Yeah, thank you very much, Afternoon Express.
It's an absolute pleasure. Congratulations, and stay tuned to find out if you're going to be our grand prize winner. Don't forget, you guys also have your chance to win with us on the show. Keep entering every single day, Monday to Thursday. There are still how many? 12 more chances for you to win with us in the Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway. Over to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Danilo, and a huge congratulations to you, Titetso, as well. All right, now it's happy time in the kitchen because it's s'more time.
It is. But let me tell you where it all begins, right?
Yes.
So there's amazing braai products we're going to talk about, which led me to actually making the s'mores today.
Oh, yeah?
So now, you're probably wondering why I've asked you to be in the kitchen with me for braai time. But the viewers don't need to know this.
Braai.
I'm your chef on call, right? So whenever Jeannie has any foodie questions, she gives me a call.
Yeah.
And one of the questions is always about, actually twice now, about braaiing and about cooking steak. So Jeannie, my Christmas gift to you, it's this.
Oh,
so
what is
it's not a diamond ring. It's not. So what it is, it's these amazing little steak thermometers, which you insert in your steak, and it tells you when it's ready.
When it's ready?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
you can see.
Rare, medium, and well.
So you'll always know when your meat is ready, as well as your fish, in whatever you're cooking.
Oh, that is amazing. Thank
Cool.
you.
Presents for you. Done.
These for me.
Now you're gonna be
done.
like, okay, and wine. I heard today, so wine as
We've
well.
got to lock it back so that I can re-gift. I'm joking.
So
I'm giving
also,
this favour.
literally, the fact that Woolies have catered to every single braai need. You want to know what's this?
I mean,
Okay, so let me tell
what
you.
is that?
So this is a fire starter, which is really amazing. It's a quick way to start. No, it's not a fire.
Prodigy was the fire starter.
What you do is you pack your charcoal in here and you put
Yeah.
your blitz at the bottom and it lights up. And in like no time at all, your charcoal's ready to go. And you'll be braaiing in like 15 minutes.
that is magic, so that you don't have to
Awesome.
wait for the whole braai to heat up.
That's guys,
Okay,
what you
that's
need.
brilliant. I'm going to take one of those
And these
as well
beautiful,
for myself.
these beautiful. You just like, I'm not going to get it back for Christmas. I know where it's
know.
coming from. This is a beautiful grill plate. What you do is you pop this on your braai, pop all your veggies on the side, and then over here you can actually smoke some of your meats and your veggies as well.
Oh, this is a wonderful thing. Finally, I'm getting an oak for Christmas. Joking, I've got loads.
Okay. And then we spoke about my favorite sauces before. These marinades are just life,
Yeah,
okay?
these are great.
They are awesome. And we also, last week, you and I spoke about this. Now, I'm mentioning it again because since mentioning it last week, they are now flying off shelves.
Okay.
So you have to get them before the festive season because there probably aren't going to be any left.
Yeah.
Right. But the hero of today, it's these guys. I'm going to pass them to you.
I'm finished.
These are the
XXL braai marshmallows.
the biggest marshmallows I have ever seen.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously,
These
we're
are
talking
great.
braai, and we're talking marshmallows that can actually go directly on your braai. And I have to make. Look how soft they are and fluffy.
No, these are. I mean,
Okay.
these are the best marshmallows I've literally
Okay,
seen.
you're gonna go. But actually, what I want to do in the next. Oh, okay. Jeannie won't be with us for the next minute because she'll be chewing a marshmallow. So I'm just gonna move straight on to the recipe, which we're gonna make the crack. Dare you to say, I'm Jeannie D, and this is Afternoon Express. No, can't do it. So for our smooths, we're gonna make the graham cracker first, which is these guys over here. You just nod. You nod. Okay, cool.
These are amazing.
Because, yeah, okay. So now in America, they're actually called graham crackers.
Yeah.
But they pronounce it graham crackers.
Graham crackers.
Yeah, so we're making our own graham crackers.
Okay.
So it's really easy. So some flour goes into a machine.
I must let you know, whenever I go to the dentist and they fill your mouth with cotton wool and all those things, my dentist said to me, I'm the only person on the planet that's able to hold a full conversation while my mouth is full of those cotton buds. So don't scare me with marshmallows. I can handle them.
Not even this size. I think we
No.
need to come out with an XXXXX.
Yeah, I don't let big marshmallows intimidate me. I just take control.
All right.
Okay.
In the machine, I've got some dark brown sugar. I've got the flour. I've got a little bit of baking soda, bicarbonate of soda.
Okay.
And
What's the
then what
difference?
we're gonna do
Bicarbonate soda and baking soda is the same thing, no?
Well, no, there's a little bit of difference. And actually, if you want to know the difference, let us know, and we'll tell you on the website.
Exactly.
So
All
then-
right, there's a little stick of butter.
Stick of butter. We're going to have the American accent.
Yeah.
And make sure your butter's really well chilled. And then what we're going to do is pass that together.
And does it really make a difference if your butter's chilled?
Yes, because you don't want your flour and your butter to mix too much. You want to keep little bits of butter in there. So as it cooks, get little, little pockets of butter in your biscuit, kind of, if you think.
That's the chewiness
Yeah.
that you get at the... Oh, yes.
So what I'm going to do
chewy
now,
biscuit.
I've got some milk and I've got some honey.
Okay, would
Milk,
you like
you
me
can
to pass
pour
that
in.
for you? There you go.
That's it. Go for it.
All of it?
Yeah. And then honey.
I like
Honey's
to
going to
go
add
even.
sweetness, but also going to give us a little bit of a bit of chew.
Sure, honey.
So your biscuit's not going to be too dry and
Okay,
too
how
crackery.
much? Now look at my... I'm going.
Good. Good.
Is that enough?
That's it.
Okay.
Perfect. So what you're going to do is, that's looking great. Mix it up again. It's going to come together like a very loose dough. Like we've got over in there. You just compact it together, set it in the fridge, and then roll it out a little more.
Yeah.
And then section off your rectangle biscuits or square biscuits. I say square because I accidentally cut rectangles. It's okay.
Okay.
It's fine. Pop them in the oven and they come out looking beautiful. They actually have such a unique taste because it's slight chewiness to them,
Yeah.
which is perfect for when we come back in part 2 to show you how to put your s'mores together with some beautiful hazelnut chocolate and our roasted marshmallows.
I mean, just prepare yourselves for one of the best little cooking braai episodes on Afternoon Express because this is mega. This is so cool. It's mega. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and it's time for us to have some more fun in the kitchen.
Fun with fire.
More fun.
Fun
in
with
the
fire
kitchen.
on Afternoon Express.
Okay, I love playing with fire.
Okay, right.
Don't do
so
this at
it's
home,
the Aries
kids.
thing. We're both Aries. We both
I
love
know,
playing with
I
fire.
know, it's because
So,
we're full of it.
Here we go.
Fire.
Here's your graham cracker.
Yeah.
So the next step is to pop some chocolate hazelnut spread.
Yes, with absolute pleasure. I will
Will you
this
do
for
mine as well?
Yeah, with pleasure. But why are you doing it that side and not the inside?
What side do you want to use? I
Well,
don't mind.
what about that side? Because then you got the pretty side outside.
Let me just step out the kitchen.
No, well, I'm just saying. Like,
You
I
got it.
think
You're
the
actually
pretty-
right. Yes, let's do it. Go for it.
So that nobody sees
So
the ugly
can I
part.
grab the...
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. Thank you.
I actually had s'mores for the first time when I went to Canada for the first time a couple of years ago. I went skiing, and then afterwards we went and sat around the fireplace and ate s'mores. It was epic. Basically, my favorite thing in the world to do.
I hope these are going to do justice to... We actually have someone who knows s'mores very well in the loft today, so, you know, you have to represent.
Exactly.
I like your ratio of, like,
No, I've
chocolate
got to
spread to
balance
biscuit.
out. It's got to be chocolate to biscuit. It's when I told you this is my favorite thing to do, I meant it.
All right.
It's got to be perfect.
So,
Okay.
I've got your blowtorch.
Finally, now that's the Christmas present I really wanted.
So what you're going to do is I'm going to pop your marshmallow down on your one.
How's
and you're
that,
going to use a
eh?
blowtorch to start roasting yours, okay? So let me get you started.
Oh, wait, what, is that there?
This
or
is you.
that's
This
yours?
is you. You first roast your marshmallow. Okay? I've got mine.
I like mine done quite aggressively.
Whoa.
Like,
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do mine over open flame.
Okay.
I'm really impressed with your skills.
no,
Your
it's-
fire
I'm telling
starting
you.
skills.
I know. Again, it's the Aries.
So
in me
the
that
idea
loves
is
playing
that these guys can actually... Okay. I've got a fire extinguisher.
What happens if you see, this is why you should be doing it over a braai, maybe.
Look at that. I'm gonna hit mine while the flames are going.
Yeah,
okay?
me too.
I'm that hardcore. Okay.
This makes me so happy.
So the idea is that you can actually pop these marshmallows directly onto your braai. They are just so big. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes.
You still got a bit of fire. How cool is that?
I'm almost setting my hair on fire. This isn't good. No, let's switch that off because I really do have good hair.
Okay, awesome. Yes, it's off.
on?
Give it to me.
It's still
So
on.
the thing is, being this big, these could actually go directly onto your braai grid at home. Gina, are you going to hit that right now?
No, I'm not. I've already opened my mouth enough on the show today.
Okay. So yeah, pop these directly onto your braai grid and then turn them over. It gets a beautiful smoky flavor from the braai.
No,
and
I
you're not
like the burn. You see, I'm so excited. It's going to be such a good holiday season this year.
So I
Thank
think
you.
Okay, cool. So that's basically our giant s'more. I mean, that's the biggest s'more I've ever seen. Don't you think?
Can you do it? Should we try?
Okay. Same time.
Okay.
This is
But
gonna
then
be-
we've just got to see if Danilo's ready because we're not going to be able
Are we
to talk
going?
after
Are we
this.
going top
Yeah,
billing bite or like for real?
This isn't top billing. We go real.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
1,
Ready?
2, 3.
But
now we can't talk.
Like Christmas. Haven't you, Danilo?
I just want to let you guys have fun with this. Keep going. I should have lots of fun with that stuff in the kitchen on Afternoon Express. Only in our loft, right? You guys get to celebrate with us at home. Happy Wednesday on the show. So Jeannie asked me something very interesting during one of our ad breaks. She said, why is it that I've got orange nail polish on my index finger?
You don't really have to tell everybody that. It's like your new hobby.
No, but I thought I would want to mention it because, I mean, I've had somebody on our social accounts also ask us why is it that we're not focusing too much on 16 Days of Activism Against Women and Children Abuse. And it's so we actually are by celebrating incredible women who are doing amazing things with their lives. And I was asked by one of the newspaper publications to please be part of a campaign called Don't Look Away. And part of the campaign is painting your index fingernails orange because it's such a bright color, you can't miss it, it's always in everyone's face. And the idea is, well, I've chosen to lend my voice to it for two reasons. One, don't look away from the victims. Don't look away from those victims. They're in your families, they're in your communities, they're next to you and they need your help. And the other one is don't look away from the guys who are the abusers because they also were abused or have got something going on in their lives that is lost. So let's not shun them away and say that you're terrible, disgusting people. Let's talk about it. Let's all engage with this topic. So a lot of people have asked me questions. No, it's not a new hobby. No, it's not a fashion
Can't you
accessory.
maybe do the whole manicure though?
No. I need it, but
Like, be brave.
Jeannie, can't you put the whole s'more in your mouth next time so then I don't get asked those kinds of questions?
Thank you so much to all of our guests. The two of you have been absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for our s'mores. Ladies, please help yourselves. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, today I'm so excited. It's already the 1st and we're so excited about that. And tomorrow is the start of December and also World AIDS Day. We'll be spending the afternoon with Metro FM radio host Griselda Dudu Mashe, who is an HIV and AIDS activist and lives with HIV herself. So we'll be tackling that issue tomorrow, live at 5 on SABC3.
Until then, good night and happy eating. Ciao.
Another feel-good production.